Well, good morning, everyone. It's time for our annual show up to the North Coast, and we are in Sandusky. And, of course, we start off with a look at Cedar Point and some of the new things and family-friendly attractions that they have. And maybe you're coming up for the North Coast Bike Week. Well, we stop by River HarleyDavidson to show you what they have in order for you. And then coming up, lots of food, lots of places to visit. And maybe your trip may mean that you really want to come up here on a more permanent basis. Well, we can even tell you about that on today's show. Stay with us. You don't want to miss 1 minute. Ferry's restaurant has been a Norwalk landmark for many years. Not only is it known as the home of good food in the Norwalk area, but is also one of the oldest continuing businesses in Norwalk. Owned by the same family for over 65 years, Doug Berry told us more about the rich history of Ferry's restaurant.
My grandfather and grandmother started Berry's restaurant back in 1946 when Gramps got home from the war. And in 1963, it was purchased by my uncle and my father. And then my father and myself purchased it in 2001. Berry's restaurant is located in what used to be the St. Charles Hotel and later on the Avalon Hotel. The St. Charles was built in 1864. Part of the hotel, it was Norwalk's largest hotel, is a 5-story structure. All the rooms here have the old tin ceilings, and some of them have been, my grandfather, when he was doing an updating back in the 1950s, covered over the tin ceiling in the first room because that was the thing to do. The Dinky was named after the streetcar that used to go up and down Main Street, and they called it the Dinky. An outside patio, it's a huge area that is called St. Charles Place. So we tent that over in the summertime. We have fountains out there, etc. So it's got areas here that each are unique in their own right, that a diner, when they come to Berry's, they get to choose where they would like to dine. Well, we're typical American. We open for breakfast, we serve lunch and dinner. We're open at 7 a.m. in the morning until 9 o'clock in the evening, except on Sundays we're open till 8. We serve a very creative breakfast entrees. We have a brunch on Sunday, which is very well known for our area. For dinner, we also do some sandwiches, but we'll do steaks and salads and seafood, veal, chicken, etc. Well, of course, we have a website, eatatberries.com.
Jamie's Flea Market is one of the last traditional flea markets in the northern Ohio area. Jamie's has 2 buildings with an eclectic mix of indoor dealers and up to 400 outside vendors in a colorful outdoor market. Lorna Ingersoll told us more about the selection you'll find when you visit Jamie's Flea Market.
Yes, we're celebrating 40 years of great finds and family fun. The flea market started back in the 60s actually as an auction house, and back in 1974 it became a flea market, and we've been going strong ever since. So we're very excited about celebrating the 40th anniversary. We're doing it on our Family Fun Day, which is August 2nd. And the festivities will be from 10 to 2. Jamie's has a little bit of everything from new, used, antiques, collectibles. We have gourmet dog biscuits. We have gourmet coffee, great food. I mean, you want fair food, it's at Jamie's all time, year round. We have 200 inside vendors and up to 500 outside in the summertime, and we get the 500 in the summertime. We're open every Wednesday and Saturday from 8 to 4 year round. Jamie's never closes. So even in the wintertime, you need something to do, you can come on out and see what you can find. People are into recycling, basically. So they're buying old furniture and refinishing it. And it's kind of like the flea market find thing that's on TV now. You find something and turn it into something else useful. So I would say the recycle and reuse is what people are doing for the flea markets these days. Our website is jamiesfleamarket.com. It has all the information of our hours when we're open. Also has how to be a vendor here. If you want to sell your garage sale items, you can come out on a daily basis for the outside. It's $14 per space per day, very reasonable. And we get about 6,000 customers through the summer through here a day, so it's a great turnout. And then inside ride, if you want to be a more permanent vendor, is $27 to $30, and that's for both days, both Wednesday and Saturday. So it's a great way to start a small business or promote a business that you already have and to make it grow even more. Come on out to Jamie's Flea Market and have a great time. It's family fun.
Whether you're coming up for a week or a weekend, your first stop should be here at the Welcome Center for Lake Erie Shores and Island. They have discount cards as well as a great way to find out what's going on in the area. We talked to Jill Bauer to learn more. Actually, I think you guys have more information and more stuff than anyone that we ever visit. So tell us what we're going to find. Let's start with your website.
Sure. We are the Welcome Center for the area. The website is shoresandislands.com, and it's the first source that you need to go to when you're planning a visit to this region. There's lots of things that you can do on that site. You can find lodging packages to make your trip easy. Another way to make your trip easy is with our itinerary builder, which is a planning tool. Basically, you can look at all of our attractions and shops and restaurants and mark which things you think you might be interested in on your itinerary. We'll map it out for you, show where everything is. You can share it with your friends and family on social media, and you can have it emailed to you and downloaded to you and have it right on your smart device for while you're traveling.
Now, one of the things I want to mention is you have 2 offices up here, and people travel this region, I know. So tell us a little bit about those 2 offices.
Yeah, we have 2 welcome centers. One is on Route 250 in Sandusky, so it's kind of your stop as you're heading towards Lake Erie, towards Cedar Point, some of the downtown Sandusky attractions. We also have a welcome center on Route 53 in Port Clinton, so that's your good stop-off point if you're on the way to the islands, if you're on your way to the Miller Ferry, to Port Clinton area, to the Liberty Aviation Museum, all those fun attractions that we have over there. So it's nice that we have an east gateway and a west gateway, and if you're coming up from Columbus, just either way, depending on where you're heading, we've got information centers.
One of my favorite things you guys have is the discount card that you have. And what do they call that?
That is the Shore Savings Card, and everybody loves that. This little deal right here. This is the Shore Savings Card, and it is the easiest way to save at a number of attractions. We've got 30 different attractions and businesses in the area that offer discount deals. You just go to that website, shoresandislands.com. There is a button for Shore Savings Offers. You can click on that and see what all of the offers are.
Miller Boat Line has been ferrying passengers and vehicles between the Lake Erie Islands and the mainland for generations. Katrina Reed explained how easy it is to travel to the Lake Erie Islands with the Miller Boat Line.
Miller Ferry started in 1905. It's a family-owned business. It started as a fishing charter business in the summer and an ice harvesting business in the winter. Since then, we've grown to be the biggest ferry service on Lake Erie. We go from Catawba at the end of Route 53 North to Put-in-Bay in Middle Bass Island, Ohio. Well, the great thing is that now we're on our summer schedule, so we go to Put-in-Bay every half hour until 9 o'clock at night, and we start out around 6 in the morning, so it makes it really convenient. Families can take a day trip, and friends can come ride their bikes on the island and go home. Couples can have a date night. It makes it really convenient and flexible. Some of the great things about Miller Ferry is that we have free day and overnight parking. Children under 5 can ride free. Adults are only $14 round trip. And we're the only vehicle service to and from Put-in-Bay. Actually, it's only 18 minutes, and the ride is very peaceful, scenic. It's across Lake Erie. It feels like you're somewhere else. It's really a beautiful ride. I would definitely say to visit our website, and it's millerferry.com. On our website, we have all the information you'll need: ferry schedules, directions, maps, parking information. We also have a great family fun page, and on the family fun page, you're going to find coupons, free attractions, lodging information, event information, everything that you would need to plan your vacation and save money while doing it. Oh, there's so much to do. We have nature programs. On Put-in-Bay, we have great wineries and restaurants. We have a lot of free events like Pirate Fest and Founders Day, historic sites. There really is something for everyone. If you're more adventurous, you can jet ski, parasail, you can kayak. Well, I would suggest visiting our website. Again, it's millerferry.com. You could also call our office at 800-500-2421.
Well, you know what? We had an opportunity to travel out to the Catawba Island Club, and if you're looking for that perfect getaway from Columbus to head up to the Northcoast and enjoy some great golf, some wonderful food, and a great place to stay and boat, then you want to try the Catawba Island Club. We had an opportunity to talk to Ken Williams about this wonderful place. Tell us about the Catawba Island Club and some of the amenities that you have here.
Well, thank you, Mike. We do have 1,000 feet of lakefront. We are directly on Lake Erie. Catawba Island Club's actually been here since about 1929 and run by the Stouffer family since 1967. We are a private resort per se. We've got, again, the lakefront. We just built a beach in the lake last year along the boardwalk. We've got 2 pools. We've got about 4,000 square feet of event space, 34-room hotel. We've got an 18-hole Arthur Hills Championship golf course that we built in 2005. We've got a 320-slip marina. It's a great place for people to come and get away from life for a while.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about the bar restaurant that you have here, and you were saying it's one of those places that people just kind of can get away from life. And the nice part about this, it's 2 hours away from Columbus.
Correct. We're kind of in a triangle here. We're halfway in between Toledo and Cleveland, and some of your viewers may know Put-in-Bay. We're 6 miles due south of Put-in-Bay, so we're very close to the islands, and so a lot of people come here to enjoy life.
What do you think the number one reason for becoming a member here at Catawba Island Club is?
Probably spending time with family. This is a place where you can come if you're a boater, if you're a golfer, any tennis player. We've got a few Hartrue court tennis courts that they can come here, and we've got something for just about everybody in the family. We've got multiple generations that come here.
How do we get more information, Ken?
Well, you can check out our website, which is www.cicclub.com. There's 2 C's in the middle. You can call us 419-797-4424, or email Holly at cicclub.com.
Now through June 8th, Ohio Bike Week brings riders from all around the country to the North Coast and Sandusky. Mad River Harley-Davidson is proud to be one of the sponsors of Ohio Bike Week. Jolene and Jess told us more about Mad River's plans for Bike Week and how they can get you on your own bike today.
Well, we have everything. We've got a ton of motorcycles. We've got hundreds of bikes because we've got 4 different dealerships, so we share a lot back and forth with the other stores. We've got a ton of parts, service department. We do rentals, which is huge for us in the summer. We've got a ton of motor clothes. We do a lot with that. The touring bikes are really popular everywhere. So what we do a lot of customs. We do ourselves in our service department, and we'll just build up the touring bikes and make custom touring bikes. Typically a lot of, sometimes the performance end of it, but we do a lot of cosmetic. So you'll see them out all around. It's become pretty popular for our dealership lately.
The simulator is actually called our Jump Start, and what it is we put a motorcycle on a stationary unit, and you can sit on there and actually shift through the gears, the wheel turns and everything, just like you're going down the road, but you're nice and secure and stationary. We're one of the presenting sponsors every year for Ohio Bike Week, and we're actually one of the main locations all 10 days of the event. So on site, our parking lot is transitioned to a full vendor area. We're wall-to-wall vendors from the front to the back. Stunt teams just about every single day. Tons of really good food to eat, and just pretty much a really awesome hangout all 10 days. There is actually a concert venue right next door to us, and Kix is playing this year, and that's actually a paid concert. But there's all kinds of free bands all 10 days next door. And if you like to be up front, you can always buy the All Access Pass, and it gets you VIP area every single concert all 10 days. Well, you can visit our website, and that's madriverharley.com. Our Facebook page is probably one of the best ways to follow us every single day. We're on there every day. We, up-to-date information. We have events every single Saturday, so we're always talking about those, posting pictures. But you can join the other 54,000 fans at our Facebook page. That's probably the best way to follow us.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. OutandAboutColumbus.com. Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Well, of course, the trip to the North Coast, we had to stop by Cedar Point. And, of course, who doesn't know Cedar Point? What a fabulous place to come on vacation. And some new things this year. You know that they are really setting up for some real family-friendly entertainment, as well as all the great coasters, great accommodations, and great food. We had an opportunity to talk to Brian Edwards about this wonderful park. What's new at Cedar Point?
Yeah, you can always expect something new and exciting. And this year at Cedar Point, we're focusing on family fun with the addition of 2 new rides, Pipe Scream and behind me, Lake Erie Eagle. vehicles.
And what's this targeted at? What years, what ages, and that kind of thing?
Yeah, you know, it's really focused on family fun. You can see behind me, kids as short as 3 foot tall can ride with their moms and dads, and it really makes it a more special experience when you actually get to ride that first ride together with mom or dad. You know, it creates a special lifelong memory.
One of the things, the initiative of the park was to really bring back that family-friendly type environment, right?
Yeah, you know, normally when you hear the name Cedar Point, you think tall, fast rides and roller coasters, and we've got those here, but we also have plenty of things to do for family. Even families with young children who don't even want to ride the rides and roller coasters. We got 3 huge kids areas, great live shows, the beach. There's a lot to do for families as well as thrill seekers.
You know, it's been a few years. What's the most popular coaster at Cedar Point now?
You know, most popular coaster in terms of ridership is behind me, Gemini, because it's got the 2 tracks. But the coaster that people run to every morning is still Top Thrill Dragster, Millennium Force, and our new one last year, Gatekeeper.
Let's talk about those accommodations, man. I know the breakers. I've been in there. A lot of history when you walk through the breakers. You got a TGI Fridays on the water. Talk about some of that.
Yeah, you know, if you want to come up and spend a day at Cedar Point, that's great, but you're probably not going to get to see and do everything you want. So many people from the Columbus area make it a weekend getaway. 2 to 3 days, come on up. And yeah, we've got resort accommodations for you right here. Like you mentioned, the hotel breakers right along the beach. Beautiful setting, resort setting. We have Sandcastle Suites. We've got 2 marinas, an indoor water park. So yeah, so almost any way you want to spend the night, you can do here at Cedar Point. And if you stay at one of our resorts, you get the best price on tickets, and you get in an hour before everybody else does.
Give us a website real quick.
cedarpoint.com. You can get the best price on tickets. You can find out hours, dates, information, more about these awesome new rides. But it's a perfect way to pre-plan your visit.
Well, after a hard day on the Northcoast and stopping by Cedar Point, we came by Chet and Matt's. And if you're looking for some delicious pizza, this won 14 years in a row the best pizza up here in the Sandusky area. We had a chance to talk to Chet Lacer about the great pizza here at Chet and Matt's. What's the secret behind the great pizza here at Chet and Matt's?
Well, I think we have a very honest place. Matt is my brother. We work very hard. What you see in here is real. There's nothing. There's nothing phony about our place. We really care about our customers and people that come in.
And the quality of the food that you serve?
I think the quality of the food is top rate because we don't cut corners. We don't believe in that. The customer is king here.
Let's talk about the schools that come in.
Well, we've got a bus in our banquet room right now, and there's a couple charters on the way right now. If you look around the restaurant, we have items from all over the state and out of state and even from Canada.
I couldn't help but notice the Buckeyes behind us on the wall.
Well, Ohio State is the #1 choice here. There's no question about that. And our local schools, we do a lot of things with all the local schools.
One of the things I thought was really neat is the King Kong Challenge here.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit about that and what that means.
Well, the Kong Challenge is we have a 29-inch pizza here that is actually the size of the pan and everything. It's 4 15-inch pizzas. So he's a big boy. And it's a 2-person challenge where you have a half hour to eat everything off the tray for 2 people. And he's been beat 7 times, so it's quite a challenge. The food challenge, or the Food Network guy knows about it, but he's never showed up to do it because he's done other challenges, but it's really a cool thing.
So, Chet, for people coming up from Columbus, want to come up and get some of the best pizza in the area, how do they find you?
Well, on our website, chetmattspizza.com.
Fisherman's Wharf Fishing Charter is a family-owned and operated business that has been in Port Clinton since 1960. Catering to charters from 6 to 50, Fisherman's Wharf can handle any size group that you want to take out to the waters of Lake Erie. Tim McCann explained how you can be catching the real big ones soon.
Okay, it's a large bait and tackle store, and we take people fishing, we sell tackle. It's been a 3rd-generation business. I've been in, it was my dad's, now it's mine, and it's going to be my boys someday. And the boys run the boats now. So we have 3 big party boats, and then we also have 6 of the sport boats. We take groups 6 or less, and then the big party boats take up to 50 people. Be Miss Cindy, be Irish Drifter, and a Water Fox. We have Fishling right across the street, right there at the Port Clinton Fish Company. In the spring and the fall, we run just 1 trip. From 8 to 3, but in the summer we run 2 trips. They're 7 to 2 and 3 to 10. They're 7-hour trips. They're great trips. Sometimes we have to travel as far as an hour out, so that's why the trips are so long. But the walleye catch has been excellent, as you can see in the film, so it's been good. most of the people come up for the walleye fishing, and they come anywhere from Iowa, as far west as Iowa. And local people here, it's a great natural resource, but Lake Erie's for everybody, so they come from all over. But usually it's like from Columbus, Dayton, 2.5, 3 hours away. We sell bait, like I said, tackle, all kinds of different bait, minnows, worms, leeches, soft craws. And then as far as tackle, we sell anything from little, jigs to $500, $600 reels and rod combos. They could either go to our website, which is wecatchfish.com, or they could just call us on the phone. It's 419-734-9002. And like I said, they could email us at fishingbuddies@cross.net.
Well, we had an opportunity to stop by Shortys Resale Warehouse. This is a new business in the Port Clinton area. He also has been doing custom remodeling, and he's a guy from our part of town. He actually hails from the Grandview area. We had a chance to talk to him and learn more about his resale shop as well as his remodeling business. Well, Shorty, thanks so much for having us up here. Now, I saw the grand opening signs out front for Shortys Resale Warehouse.
Yes.
So tell me, and you're a Columbus guy,
yes,
living up here in Port Clinton now, so we want to tell everybody that, right, because that's our Columbus audience.
That's right.
But tell us a little bit about what you got going on up here.
Up here we go to auctions. Mm-hmm. We try to bring good savings to a lot of the people up here. I don't want to be considered a hoarder, so I decided we better put a bunch of the stuff we get extra up for sale. So we decided we'd open up the warehouse. I got to pay for the whole lot anyway, so we opened up the warehouse, hired some staff. We go to auctions every week, and sometimes twice a week, and you never know what's going to be in here.
What's the most unusual thing you think you've seen to date right now?
We just got rid of an old 1912 camera. Mm-hmm. I'm not a camera expert and had no idea what it was valued at. That was a pretty good lick we got on that one. I kind of like the collectibles. We're not crazy. We got a lot of fishing gear, hunting gear, kind of go towards the men's man cave sector of this shop.
I kind of noticed that.
But we are filling in for women too, because the old women kind of are complaining that we don't have enough for girls and ladies. So we're guiding that direction. But you don't know what you're going to find. And
so, Shorty, how do we find you and learn more information?
You can go online. We're all over eBay International, but shortysresalewarehouse.com.
Well, a fun trip to the North Coast obviously begins with great accommodations, and we found them, the Island House. This historic hotel is beautiful. We had an opportunity to talk to Peggy Slaughterback about this wonderful hotel. So, Peggy, tell us a little bit about the Island House. It's one of the historic buildings still in downtown Port Clinton, right?
Absolutely. It was built in 1886. This is actually the second Island House. The first was a little ways down the street, and it burnt down in a fire. This one was rebuilt in 86, and it's been a hotel ever since. Started out with 50 rooms. After plumbing and closets and things, we now have 39.
So tell us a little bit about the amenities of people that are staying here.
We have continental breakfast. We have free Wi-Fi. We have 2 on-site restaurants that are very good. Very personable and friendly staff. We do what we can to help out, and we're right downtown within walking distance of the Jet Express to Put-in Bay and lots of other shops and restaurants.
What's your recommendation in terms of how far in advance to book? I know we're getting into vacation season now, and I know things get a little busy up here.
During the summer, definitely as far in advance as you have notice of. We are very popular for weddings, so they block off weekends. So as far as advance as you know, New Year's Eve, we book a year ahead.
Can you give us information as to like a website where we can find you?
The website is islandhouseportclinton.com.
Well, on our trip to the North Coast, not only did we find a great hotel, the Island House, but we also stopped by a couple of the bar restaurants that are right around the Island House, which is 1812, Rosies Grill, and CeeLo Grande. And we talked to Kevin Lowe about these wonderful places. Tell us a little bit about the 1812.
Well, we named the 1812 after the Lake Erie Battle of the War of 1812. So, and then last year was the big bicentennial, so that helped us with everything. So it's a bunch of history here in this area, and the hotel has the history, so we thought we'd link the name with the history of of the area. So we're a fine dining atmosphere with casual, dress attire. And lots of tourists and locals come here regularly, open year-round, lunch and dinner daily. We have quite a wide variety of fresh seafood, fresh lake dishes, as well as steaks, chops, and ribs.
What's your signature dish? What's the hot one on the menu?
Roast Long Island duckling. We have a great veal liver on the menu. All of our steaks are outstanding. They're hand cut in house.
So how do we get more information and find you here in downtown Port Clinton?
Any of our website information is www.1812rosies.com.
Fantastic. Well, let's go to Rosie's.
All right.
Okay. Rosie's got a very unique name from a business that was here in Port Clinton years ago, right?
Well, we named Rosies Bar Grill after Rosie, who had a brothel here in Port Clinton in early 40s, 50s, 60s, and she was very infamous, quite a character.
What are visitors going to find here at Rosie's?
Well, Rosie's, we do offer the 1812 menu over here in addition to the Rosie's menus, which are more bar food and sandwiches, baskets, perch baskets, barbecue ribs, things like that. Weekend, we do live entertainment, usually from 7 to midnight, depending on the day and the time. And people just come here to relax. It's more a relaxing atmosphere and gathering with friends, and totally different wine list than what we do over at 1812, and bar menu as well.
So you have another restaurant across the street, and what's the name of that?
Cielo Grande, which means big sky in Spanish.
Fantastic. Well, let's head over there and see that. So this is Cielo Grande, and this is kind of a new addition to downtown Port Clinton, right, Kevin?
We are right. We've been open about 6 weeks now. So we are the only tapas bar from Toledo to Cleveland area here in Port Clinton, Ohio. So we thought we'd have a trendy restaurant come in, and so far it's been very successful.
Tell us what they're going to find here.
They're going to find tapas plates, which means small plate in Spanish, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's Spanish foods, but we have a wide variety of Asian flair, American flair, Mediterranean on the menu, as well as homemade soups and specialty salads, entrees, as well as a fully stocked bar with 10 rotating beer taps and house-made sangrias daily.
Hit me with that website again for more information.
Cielo Grande's website is www.cielo-grande.net.
Located in Sandusky, Ohio, is Good Time Lake Erie Island Cruises. The Good Time ferries their guests across the waters of Ohio's Great Lake to Put-in-Bay and Kelly's Island. Joe Lamb gave me more information about the variety of cruises to choose from and how to make reservations.
Tell us a little bit about, I can't imagine anybody that hasn't come up and seen the Good Time, but what would people come up and do on the Good Time boat?
Well, the main thing, if they come up and visit Sandusky, it is just to see our Lake Erie Islands. A lot of people like going out to Kelly's Island, Put-in-Bay, but they don't realize that they can do both islands in one day with us. And we're not your typical fare. We're more of a cruise ship. We do one trip a day. The boat stays with you the whole day. You get a nice, relaxing day on the water, ample time on both islands. A live narration by the captain. We have a snack cocktail bar on board. It's just a great way to relax, enjoy Lake Erie, and see our beautiful islands. Yeah, our daytime island hopping cruise is what our main cruise is. We leave Sandusky in the morning. We stop at Kelly's Island first. We spend an hour and a half there. Then we cruise over to Put-in-Bay. We spend 3.5 hours there, and then we cruise back to Sandusky. It's a whole day event. We leave at 9:30 in the morning. We're back at 6:30 in the evening.
Is it every Friday night you have a boat that takes you over to Kelly's Island? It's kind of a back and forth. Tell us a little bit about that.
The party, we call it the party cruise, and most of the locals, everybody calls it the booze cruise. It's a way people blow off the steam from the week. You know, they get on board. We have a DJ, a full service bar on board. They party on the way over. They party on the island. They have a great time. This year we leave at 8:30 at night. Get there at 9:30. Leave at 12:30. You're back at 1:30. But we open the boat up at 7:30 to 8. We have happy hours. You can come on. You can enjoy discounted drink prices. Enjoy the DJ, and just kind of hang out. Yeah, but it's a very popular trip for us.
But Joe, how do we get more information about the Good Time?
You can see us on the web at goodtimeboat.com.